Do you know what? Do you know what I do find hilarious though? In my mind, somebody woke up today, went on the landing and saw Chris Brown.
Yeah.
On the landing.
Oh my god! What do you mean on the landing?
Somebody's woken up in prison.
Yeah. Oh.
They've gone on the landing.
And then
They've gone on their landing and seen Breezy.
You're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Do you think he'll do a performance for everyone?
Brother, do you know what? No. Do you know what? I know.
You gotta make
just for context.
Sick music.
What song would you get him to do?
What will I get him to do?
Has he got one?
That's a good question,
insinuates,
actually.
Like,
I'd probably get him to do.
you could do like a remix of "Locked Up" by Akon.
Yeah.
I just feel like a slow jam in prison amongst the man them is not going to be. Yeah, it's a bit mad, isn't it?
Oh, you never know. Actually, it actually could really go off.
Maybe no bullshit. That song. Maybe I'll make him do that one.
Yeah.
But
wow, yeah, it's so true.
Excuse me, miss, in HMP is crazy.
Excuse me,
It's crazy.
But yeah, just for context, so what actually happened here?
Saw you from across the south.
He bottled in 2023. In 2023, he was in Tape, London, and something happened. He bottled somebody.
Are these big celebrities not bored of clubs?
Huh?
Are they not bored of clubs?
What are you doing to Tape, man?
What are you doing to Tape?
What are you doing
now?
to Tape?
With all due respect, it's like there's
We've
so
all
many,
been there.
Yeah.
We've all been there. Not talking.
But I guess he's from a different country, innit? So it's like they're just letting him know this is the hot place. Someone's selling him that, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, nah, I just think that Tape's had its day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think it is whatever it is now, but or back then anyway. It's not how it is today. But 2023, he was there. Something happened. Apparently, he bottled a producer or something. Yeah.
What
Which
what
is
context?
nuts.
Like in the studio, because there's a studio, isn't there? Or was it?
No, it's in Tape.
Can you find
No, but
it?
in Tape studio,
Yeah,
there's a
there's a
studio
Tape,
within
there's
the
a
club.
Oh, I don't
Find
know
what?
The incident with the Chris Brown thing.
Yeah, it says.
What does it say?
It just says assault, really.
So it doesn't describe the incident, no. It doesn't describe it. It doesn't even matter. Apparently, he's bottled somebody. That person has understood that is an absolute lottery ticket because, like, this is what
How
celebrities
bad
have
were
to
they
understand.
badly injured? Like, what?
It don't listen.
I know it doesn't matter.
Let me tell
but
you
just
something.
also-
If you balance the bottle on my head, my whiplash, I can't
Yeah,
go
I'm on the
work.
ground.
It's
I'm on the
mad. I
ground.
need 16 mil.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah. So
True.
that's basically what's happened anyway.
Yeah.
But what was
Crazy,
really
it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, I didn't
Right.
know.
So what's really interesting to me, is that have you found something?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's just the same thing you're saying.
What is really interesting to me is that he's got a tour that's coming up. Yeah. When this started to circulate, I was like, oh, I started seeing it, but I just thought it was old news because I kept seeing his mugshot or whatever. I thought it was old news. But then it was like, oh, I saw Manchester. So I'm thinking, hold on a minute, is Chris Brown here? And someone told me, oh yeah, he is. He'd been arrested in Manchester. So I was thinking, that's really interesting. So it made me think, oh, maybe what's happened is they've got wind that this is going to be a situation. Yeah. He's got this tour coming up. He needs to get this sorted out before the tour, because then if he came during tour time, he's going to get arrested immediately and it messes up everything.
Yeah.
Hence why he's here a month earlier.
To try and probably not have to cancel the tour.
Sort it out.
Yeah, to sort it out. And I'm pretty sure that they would have been thinking, you'll go there, get arrested, sort whatever it is out, probably pay a little bit of money, come back, then you can just go back to the tour. But they've now put him on remand.
What does that mean?
Until, so he has to stay, he's in prison now until the 13th of June. His tour starts on the 16th, or the UK dates.
Wow, so he's going to have to
Wow,
recruit
that
some people to be rehearsing with him.
Well, here's the thing.
What?
Jailhouse
in the,
Rockstar.
In this, yeah, that's it. Yeah. Can you imagine, like, flipping some of the man them in jail?
He's going to have to, because how is he going to rehearse?
I'm sure there's a couple of dancers in jail. I'm sure there's
Probably.
like a couple of dancers
What? No,
that.
guys, he can't really be doing this in jail, surely.
I mean, he's going to have to.
Surely. As if there's got to be a couple of
Nah,
dancers
but-
in there.
But he's being
Running
charged.
auditions.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been charged with GBH.
GBH isn't small.
No, exactly.
No.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
So
I saw a meme today about it, and it was like such British humour for them to approve his visa just to
Yeah, I
arrest
saw
him. When
Yeah,
he-
to put him, yeah.
But I think like he's in a bit of a pickle here because they definitely wouldn't have known. I don't think that they would have thought that he would have been put on remand.
No, but they're
and held
probably
like
just
that.
trying to make
And
it
bearing in
presentable.
mind, it's June the 13th at the earliest, so that doesn't
Wow.
necessarily mean
That's tight.
that it's that day. Do you know what I mean?
That's
And
crazy.
depending on like how this
When-
thing goes, especially with like how the backlog of what's happening in the courts at the moment, this could go on for a little while.
He might bust it though.
No, it probably will.
Probably
but we
will.
don't
Probably
know.
just pay.
No, but I'm reading. This says that the prosecution must prove that harm was caused recklessly or without specific intent. So if that producer bumped him,
Nah,
Is
that
that
doesn't
intent?
matter. You can't bump somebody and then bottle them.
Bottle, yeah.
That's mad.
I'm not saying you can. I'm just saying without specific intent.
Because I feel like GBH,
If you bottle somebody,
punch
that's
somebody,
intent. You don't. You can shoot somebody by accident.
Brother, I'm just reading what it says. You know what I'm saying? It
You
must
can't
prove.
bottle. You can.
But
bottle
no, but
somebody
then there's
by
got to be
accident.
levels. Like GBH, when you punch somebody, is going to be a different kind
he
of
done that too.
treatment to bottling
Bottling
somebody.
somebody.
In the same.
Yeah, it said the
Thing.
defendant then pursued him in a separate area of the nightclub where the victim was punched and kicked repeatedly by him and another.
Oh my god.
So the victim
Do
pursued.
these
The
people forget
defendant-
who they
The
are as
defendant
well?
pursued the guy
So Chris Brown bottled him
and then moved to him.
and then chased him into a corner of the club. And
Allegedly.
punched and kicked him.
We don't know
this is
what
all
happened
on
before
camera
this
though.
attack. We don't know what happened.
Surely
but-
it's all on camera because
Probably.
clubs have like CCTV. It's
Yeah.
like somewhere
Yeah,
that
there'll
you're
be
not exactly
CCTV
going to
on
hide.
that probably. So that will come up. That's going to come up in court probably.
You just
But
think, do you forget who you are at in this moment? Like, is it worth losing your temper? Because it's like the way that he's going to be treated when everyone knows who he is. It's going to be way worse
Yeah.
and public than
Yeah.
somebody else
Mm.
who's just like a club goer.
Yeah, because they're also going to want to make an example out of him. 'Cause they've got a lot of eyes on this case.
And also because of his history.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So it is super techie. But yeah, that's a conversation in itself. Like, people are only humans, and I can imagine that sometimes some people just get agitated. Like, so let's say in this situation, I'm not saying this is what happened yet, but it's like I can see somewhat a life where there is an accumulation of things that have happened over a long period of time where so much people have just taken a piss, and then this person just gets to the end of their tether and then they meet a situation that wasn't even that serious in a really serious way because of all of the other stuff that has happened. Still wrong, but it's like when you are a superstar now,
That's what I mean.
it becomes so different. Yes, you're a human being, but something's got to be in place to make sure that this just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And even
100%.
if you are, this is no slight to his team, but it's like, if I'm looking after a superstar, and I can see that they're not far off going mad,
Yeah.
but just gonna have to spend more money to just make sure that no one can get around this guy.
Yeah.
And the moment that it starts to become a problem, it's being handled in different ways. He's either being dragged out or there's somebody in there that is going to handle that, because this is going to mess up the whole thing. And especially, you see with Chris Brown, he was supposed to be, see where he's at now in terms of like selling stadiums and stuff.
Yeah.
This was supposed to happen ages ago.
Yeah.
But because of what's happened with the Rihanna stuff
Yeah,
and
and he
all that
couldn't
other
come
stuff,
to the UK for a long time.
he couldn't come
as
for
well.
ages. It's like it suppressed his whole career, and luckily for the absolute grace of talent and just consistently making
he
hit
can.
records, he's able to put himself in that place where not only is he a 0.1%, but he's like a 0.1% of that too.
Yeah.
Because not much people could be in that scenario and then get to a place where they're now a superstar doing
100%.
stadiums all
Yeah.
over the place. Do you know what I mean?
Much
and now,
smaller things have ruined people's careers.
100%.
Much smaller, like even being associated with something, or something. But what happened, like, was so big, and the fact that he could. And now you'd think you're not going to put yourself in situations again. If you know that alcohol makes you want to fight, or you know that in a situation of a club, you just think, I've spoken to people before who have had a past in certain things, and they're like, I just won't put myself in an environment where anything could happen.
And you know what? Sometimes, obviously, not saying do this, don't do this, but sometimes it might be useful to just have a don there that, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But obviously, I can't do thing, but this one's violating. Handle
sort of
that.
that.
Handle
This
that.
is bad encouragement.
Don't do that. But like, if it's gonna be that,
Yeah.
then it needs to be that. It can't
Yeah.
be you.
No.
You can't do it. Like, you're gonna put yourself in a really, really bad situation. But then
There you
even
go.
then, sometimes it's best to not get your friends to do them type of things, because they'll be the ones that will end up going and get will just get out of hand.
Ari,
It's fine.
sorry.
It's
What
fine.
if she goes and pees in the
Oh,
carpet?
or she can go
That's-
pee or something.
Then
Well,
we've
do you
got
wanna
to
go and
tell
grab her?
Dan about it.
No, she's come back. She was like, I don't want to be
I'm
there.
not gonna do it.
Ari, come here.
Do you want me to give her some water?
That was gonna make her
It's
pee.
okay.
She's such a needy girl. Fiona got out the car to put petrol, and this dog, look. I was like trying to calm her down. Look, this is the drama.
It's okay, she's coming back. Ari.
What happened? Where was it?
Just now.
I was just getting petrol.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
She's not a very friendly dog. I was in Central with her the other day, and we were chilling. I was having a coffee, and this guy comes over to her, and he's like, "Oh, she's so cute," and puts his hand like on her head right here.
And she just went.
And
mad.
she just went. Brr. But like, in her language, she's gone. Don't touch me, bro.
me
I
like
don't know
that."
you.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I
like,
don't know
allow
you
me.
like that. And then he's gone to me. She's not very friendly, and I was like, "Imagine you were chilling."
Right there.
And out of the sky, a big old hand
Yes.
comes and tickles your head. What are you gonna do?
Exactly.
Yeah, I said that to him, and he goes, "Well, yeah, I guess probably won't really like it." And I was like, "There we go then."
That's so
You know, I
funny.
use that exact same example about a spider.
Yeah.
Imagine a big foot just came out of the sky
Yeah.
and just trod on you.
Yeah.
You know
Oh,
that's how we deal with
God.
spiders.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
mad.
Spiders get dealt with rough.
I actually
They
try
do.
not
It's
to kill
actually
them, man.
peak. Yeah, you're good.
I
I actually
actually
had a
don't.
video come up on my Snapchat yesterday. Did I send it
Yeah,
to you?
I saw it,
When
I
we were in
saw it.
Mykonos, and there was this big spider. This girl goes. I was so impressed. She goes over. She picked the spider up with her hand
My mum
Crazy.
does that.
and moved it. That's crazy to me. Last time there was a spider in my house, I jumped on the table.
Man.
Yeah, no, I try not to kill it. Look, listen, if it's a little ant, I'm not going to really have the same. But I don't know, I feel like spiders are a bit bigger.
Yeah.
I'm like, they've got a bit more
I don't
like,
want them to
about
die
them, do you
either,
know
but
what
I
mean?
can't deal with it. Like I can't.
Yeah, no, it's light food for me. It's mold. That's my thing. I can't do it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
you
don't really- I hate
mold.
mold as well,
I can't
man.
do mold. I got some strawberries in the fridge that need to be eaten today, and that if I don't eat them today, it's gone.
Yes.
And sometimes the whole container's gone as well.
Oh,
do you know how much
it's
times
so
I've had to
annoying
go?
when you
Do you know how much
accidentally
times
touch
I've- do you know how much times I've had to go to IKEA and buy more containers?
Containers, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tupperware and that.
Yeah.
Because big man, I am not opening up the lid
And seeing it.
and pouring it in paper and
Ugh.
wrapping it up for me to accidentally touch it and this, that, and the
Oh,
fourth
No,
and
the
this, that.
worst
Do you
is
get
when
what
you
I'm saying?
open a jar. Yes, I have.
Yeah, and then
Oh
pull it in the
my
bin,
gosh.
and it's there marinating in my thing and all of that. I'm not doing it. And
So
on top of that, not only do I, so if my neighbours watch this, then they're gonna laugh. But not only do I sometimes throw away the whole container, that doesn't go in the communal bin.
Right.
It goes in the bin down the road.
Right. 'cause
What?
you're not even-
Really?
I don't. It can't be because you know what it is. When I go down there, I don't want to know that it's there.
Right.
Oh my God, that's
And
a
do you
real
wanna wait till
phobia.
like
Yeah, so I
Tuesday
go
when
out.
the
I literally
dustman
come out
comes?
of the building. I walk down the road with it like this, yeah, like that, and I'll walk to the bin that's like right down the other bits,
Oh my
and then I pull
God.
it in the bin outside. Bam, drop it there like that. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's annoying because fruit goes off quickly.
Yeah, but I do also if you put strawberry in proper plastic, it doesn't go off so quick.
Ah.
Yeah, someone.
He's
put
well
me onto
versed
that.
in
100%.
Strawberries.
No.
Strawberries
But-
not my choice of fruit.
It is mine actually.
If it's a
funny
good
enough.
one, like, do you know, fruit is one of those things that a good one is like worlds apart from a bad one, like pineapple.
Yeah.
A good pineapple
Man,
is so
that's
so good, and then that you know it's really light yellow,
Yeah.
and it's a bit hard.
Yeah.
That's not even the same.
It's not.
That's not
No.
even the same species.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? A pear as well. A good pear,
Yeah.
underrated.
Yeah, you love a pear.
A
I'm not
good
a pear.
pear.
I'm
Do you remember
not-
that?
yeah, I'm
when
not
we were in
really a pear
Cyprus?
Yeah,
guy.
they were good pears.
They're different. Don't think
I'm
about
not
the
a pear
pears
guy.
that you get here.
I'm not
Yeah.
either.
Yeah.
Don't think about
I
the
will
pears
bust
that
me
you
on a
get here.
good pear then.
It's a different kind of
You
pear.
have to
About
look where
pears.
it's grown.
Yeah.
I always,
Yeah.
whenever I buy fruit and veg, I always look where it's grown. Like I'm not buying from a place that doesn't have natural sun.
Right.
I need
Oh, okay.
Moroccan
Exactly.
tomatoes.
Tomatoes in Greece,
Oh,
tomatoes
yeah.
should have their own name.
Yeah,
Oh,
Because they
yeah, they're
literally
incredible.
Separate
taste.
fruit,
Yeah,
yeah.
It's
they're
a different
incredible.
thing. They taste
Yeah,
like little
they're
sweets.
incredible.
They're delicious.
Yeah,
Whereas
it's different.
tomatoes here,
It's different.
it's not the same thing.
Different. You
Not
can
really
easily
into
just have that in a
tomatoes
fruit
either.
bowl.
You
I
were
like-
lapping up that tomato salad yesterday.
I was just about to say only cherry tomatoes.
Yeah, okay, but this is what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
I don't big tomatoes.
Yeah.
No, not me.
From Italy, they're nice.
What,
Really?
big tomatoes?
The big tomatoes from Italy.
I
The
don't-
ones that look like a.
Nice sweet cherry tomatoes.
Yeah, little
Plum.
cherries.
Little
Yeah.
multicoloured ones.
But you are right about the tomatoes in Greece. Okay, just quickly, just to wrap up. Does anyone have any predictions on what they think is going to happen with this Chris Brown tour? Do you think it's going to happen? Do you think he gets out of jail in time and that he only gets a slap in the wrist and he can actually do this tour?
I think he's not going to get a slap in the wrist. I think he's going to get either a fine or some sort of charge. But I feel like the tour will happen.
I think some of the tour will happen.
Yeah, some.
That would be interesting. Imagine a couple of dates, but some don't. Man.
People with tickets are fuming.
Yeah.
The thing
They're
is,
like,
though,
free him.
yeah, it's mad though, because he could get, if depending on how harsh, he could get 6 months. Now he's not going to do 6 months. He will have time served on a month. So take that away. Then you only do half of your sentence, yeah? So he'd only end up doing like a month and a bit.
Yeah.
Which still would mean that he misses the Breezy stuff. Yeah.
But I'm just thinking, so what he's gonna, if he goes to prison, it's gonna be in the UK.
He's in prison right now
Yeah,
in Manchester.
the thought of him in a UK
Yeah.
prison, shouldn't laugh, but it's actually so funny.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I even got there, because I'm like, someone woke up today and said, look, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a cellmate. But let's just say, for joke's sakes,
He
he does.
does.
Oh my
Imagine
God.
you're just in jail and then the door opens up and it's Breezy just walk. Because I could imagine man would
You're
look and
thinking,
say,
God, you look a lot like Chris Brown.
yeah, brother, you.
Yeah.
Like, man will be in jail like this. Brother, I swear I recognise you. What do you do?
Yeah.
That's the average.
No. Then they might say, right, oh, what, you're from America? Wait, hold on a minute. So what, are you one of them, like, what, are you one of Kai Sinat's dons or something like that? You know, like, they'll say some shit like that.
So
Yeah.
They'll be like,
Or imagine
what,
it's
you
a
rap?
super
Like,
fan.
you rap?
Like,
Yeah.
imagine it's a super fan. He's like got posters in his cell.
Oh,
God,
okay.
he's got to fling on an accent and
tissue.
just be someone else.
He's got bare posters on Chris Brown and tissue.
Crazy.
Oh
And
my
Luke-
God.
Oh, my cheeks tensed.
But what's that?
That's
The
not gonna
lowest
go down
sentence
well.
is 3
That's
years.
the
it
average
says.
sentence of GBH
Between
in the
3 and
UK.
6.
He ain't getting free. Between 3 and 16.
That's
Between.
more than I thought.
Yeah,
So
'cause
a start
GBH
at
could
3.
be that someone's
That's what it
nearly
says.
dead. Like,
I'm just going off of.
Nah, I
what
think
it
like I genuinely don't think.
It
that
says
he-
depending on how serious the offence is considered, and the court's determination of culpability by the offender and harm caused.
I do think that with the fact that we have the prisons are so full at the moment, to put somebody in jail for bottling someone for that long seems a lot.
I think
But-
what the worst case is that he gets a suspended sentence and he definitely can't do the tour.
He can't do the
He's
tour.
kicked out of the country.
Yeah, you get kicked out of the country, 100%. Yeah, so that I think the tour's in serious jeopardy.